Hey guys, I'm here today with another tag. It's the professions tag, which is basically just a list of occupations and they kind of match up with books and stuff. I'll explain it as we go. And I was tagged by the amazing Jen at Today in Jen's library. So let's get going. Doctor, a book that consoles you or helps you. And for this one I picked Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. I first read this when I kind of went through that teenage crisis of, oh my gosh, one day I'm going to die. And it made me think a lot about, you know, like the stages of life and what we go through. And I really like the Tralfamadorian's opinion on life and death. So that's why I'm going to pick this one, because it consoles me and helps me, because it takes me back to that mindset of you're here now and this is what's happening and everything was beautiful and nothing hurt. The Chef, a book that has lots of ingredients or a little bit of everything. And I picked Invisible Monsters by Chuck Palahniuk. This is another book that I read when I was a teenager. This has everything. It has a road trip, it has a transsexual, it has mystery, it has amazing quotes. I mean, basically all of Panic at the Disco's first album. If you remember who they are and had that first album, then you're probably as old as I am. So I picked this one and I just love his writing. This is probably my favourite book by him. Barista. It's a book that gets you pumped, and I picked the 6th book in the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare, and that is City of Heavenly Fire. The reason that I picked this one is that everything else in the previous 5 books, and you can even count the Infernal Devices, it has all been leading up to this. It is massive, it's 700 plus pages, and there's also setting up for the next series after this one, so that's why I'm so pumped by it. I was happy with the ending. I'm not the biggest fan of this series, but I was really satisfied with the conclusion. The Student, and that's an assigned book that I actually liked. And I picked 1984 by George Orwell. The Lawyer, a book that everybody else liked but I didn't like, and I have to defend my answer. And I honestly feel like I'm probably going to be burnt at the stake for this, but I'm going to say Insurgent by Veronica Roth. I've read the entire series. I didn't really like Triss. I know that everyone loves her, but this book in particular, there's, you know, one scene where she goes and gives herself up to Erudite, and then she's in there and she's being tortured, and then she sees Four, or, you know, Tobias, as he's being known in this book, the artist formerly known as Four, and she's surprised to see him, and he's just like, man, if you give yourself up, then I give myself up. And, you know, she wants to be selfless and brave, but her selflessness becomes selfish because she's not thinking of the people around her, and her actions have consequences and they all nearly die. And, you know, I'm worried about the movies as well. I didn't really like the first movie. I thought it was a bit rushed. There were some pacing issues, and I just don't know how the other ones are going to play out, especially with what happens at the end of this book and then all of the 3rd book. So Insurgent by Veronica Roth. Actor, a book with a well-rounded protagonist, and I'm going to pick Allison from the Immortal Rules by Julia Kagawa. This is the first book. When we first meet Allison, she's a street rat, basically. She's surviving on scraps, she's human, she's starving, but she's a survivor. She's very, very resilient. And this isn't a spoiler or anything, because this is what the entire series is about. She's turned into a vampire, and she just takes that with her, and she keeps getting stronger. And even when, you know, there are times when she could completely and utterly fall apart and just totally lose the plot because some things happen, but she doesn't. She stays country strong. I don't know why I just said that. Retail, a book that I just had to have. And I get all of the fiction books that I want, but this is sort of this one's funny. It's called Mermaid Magic. It's by Lucy Cavendish and Serene Connolly. My friend Rin's probably screaming right now at the screen, but I just love this. I'm a water sign and I just love mermaids, and it's sort of, you know, it's got like little crystals, and I'm into all of that sort of astrology and that sort of stuff. So I just had to have this, and I love it. It's really, really pretty. It's one of my most prized books, and I would never lend it to anyone ever. Number 8 is Artist, and that's my favourite book cover. The winner of this one is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. I haven't started reading the Lunar Chronicles. I definitely have to. I mean, I've got one more book that I need to finish. I've got about 100 pages, and then I'm definitely going to start on this. The first book, Cinder, then I've got Scarlet, then I've got Cress, and then I have to wait with everyone else for Fairest and Winter to come out. Editor, a book that I found myself criticising more than enjoying, and I'm going to say The Juliet Society by Sasha Grey. Sorry, it's a bit of glare. For those of you who don't know, Sasha Grey is an adult film star. This came out just after 50 Shades of Grey. I think that she sort of just wanted to jump on that bandwagon of women, you know, reclaiming their sexuality, but it just fell really flat for me. It wasn't that it was particularly vulgar. I mean, I only got 70-something pages into it, but it's just the choice of words that she had, you know. When she was speaking, I was just like, just spit it out. Just get to what you want to talk about. You know, she kind of goes on about, she's like, oh, I'm a film major and I do this and do that. It was just like, oh, yep, you know. So I couldn't get into it. I'm sorry, Sasha. Carpenter. A well-written and well-structured book, and that is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. This is an absolutely perfect conclusion to the end of the series. I love it. I will cherish this book forever, and I just want to say thank you for the memories, JK. Veterinarian, a book that features an animal somewhat significantly, and I'm going to go for the Iron Fae series by Julia Kagawa with Grimalkin. He is amazing, and also Iron Horse. Does he count? I don't know, but I absolutely love it. I think that it's a very nice addition to the story, and if you haven't read the Iron Fae, you need to. I was reluctant at first and I just got completely sucked in. I have all of the books. I haven't read The Call of the Forgotten yet, is that what it's called? And that has to happen. That's probably, you've gotten a sneak peek at next month's TBR. Scientist, a book that includes advanced technology. I'm going to say Rush by Eve Silver. I haven't read it, but look at this cover. Science. And the last question, sorry, Winter's knocked the camera, is Teacher, and that is a book that is set in a boarding school. And I'm going to say Vampire Academy because we all know how much I love these books. The pressure of tagging people is so immense. I think that Joe has already been tagged. I'm going to say Sandra if you haven't done it. If you haven't been tagged, I'm sorry if you have done it. Now I'm just babbling. If you want to do this tag, then you do this tag and you let me know, because I obviously love doing tag videos because I'm too scared to do reviews. But thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.